Final bosses, the climax of every great game. Most of the time you knew who they are, or at least what they've done, and you've been preparing for this fight the whole game. Whether it be the anxiousness, the fight itself, or the awesome music, there's just something so epic about these battles. So I've decided to make a video on some of the best in Nintendo's history. But before we begin, I have to put a spoiler alert up, because there's nothing worse than having a final boss of a game spoiled for you, trust me. But without further ado, let my sweet intro play. Number 10, Maglor from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Oh come on, I told you this was full of spoilers, so you better not get mad at me. You're right though, this was a huge plot twist that no one saw coming. He's such a cute little guy, why would he be a villain? At the end of the game, after Kirby and friends defeat Landia, he steals Landia's crown and he gains godlike powers. So the four-headed dragon teams up with Kirby and crew, and they travel through a space shooter-like level before reaching Maglor. He has many attacks and many forms. Oh, we can't forget the beautiful background. Another sweet thing is the amount of copy abilities you're allowed to use, and of course, ultra abilities. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is my favorite 2D platformer of all time, and the amazing final boss fight is a perfect way to end it off. Number 9. Ganondorf from Wind Waker, my favorite final boss of a Zelda game for some reason. The battle has two main phases. In the first, Ganondorf turns into whatever the heck this is, and in the second you fight hand to hand with Zelda/Tetra shooting light arrows to stun him. Speaking of which, can I point out how cute Link and Zelda's interactions are? For some reason I also find this Ganondorf to be the most unnerving. It might be because this is a lighthearted game and he seems kind of out of place. It also doesn't help that this is the closest he's ever gotten to the god granting his wish. And when he realizes he's failed, he starts laughing maniacally, and instead of giving up, he does everything he can to stop and kill you. Towards the end of the battle, it's a clash of hard steel, where it ends in the most epic way possible. Number 8. Taboo from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the one that gives the most godlike vibes. This guy feels just like a god, with how powerful he is. He can knock out almost every Smash character with a single blow. His butterfly attack can kill almost everyone instantly at low damage, and he has so many powerful attacks, so much HP, that you have to go through characters and characters. Realizing just how powerful he is, having to dodge constant attacks, the background and the epic music really pump me up. Taboo deserves an origin story, which he hasn't gotten and probably never will. But this leaves the road open to a lot of theories, like how Taboo could be a Smash Bros fan base, and Master Hand could be Sakurai. Yeah, I know what you guys are. Why do you guys keep complaining about Smash? He's worked his butt off for you. As much as like Master Hand, Crazy Hand, Master Core, Galeem, and Darkon, this was the best choice for a final boss of a fully fleshed out Smash story mode. Number 7. King Boo from Luigi's Mansion. What a way to end the first flagship title on the GameCube. And one thing I need to note are the trips to the bosses, and the way you get to King Boo is a perfect example. You walk through the main hallway, then go downstairs, and reach the cellar. Next, cruise through the basement hallway, and watch as Luigi turns the knob of the door of the final boss in dread. Now we once again run into King Boo and Mario, who's now a painting. There's some epic dialogue from the Ghost Monarch as the last duel commences. King Boo got himself a creepy, eerily realistic Bowser mech though, which can breathe fire, suck things up, launches spiky balls across the roof. You know, the usual. You can suck his balls and blow them back in his face, which temporarily dislocates it. King Boo is now unprotected, and you can now vacuum down his health until he retreats and secures the head back on in his Bowser mech. Keep doing this route and soon enough, the Paranormal Tyrant is toast. Number 6. Blue from Pokemon Red and Blue. We've made it through all the Elite Four. Lori and her ice types, Bruno and his punchy types, Agatha and her spooky ghost types, and finally Lance and his dragony types. But just when we think we're now the new champion, Lance breaks it to us that our childhood rival Blue beat us here and as the new champion. This was pretty shocking for everyone playing the game for the first time, Blue was always ahead of the player, and even though he was always losing, it felt like he was stronger than Red. And when we finally challenged him to our last battle, we're in for the time of our lives. Unlike most other strong trainers of Gen 1, Blue doesn't stick to one type, instead having a really well balanced team, just like the players. It's also really high leveled. And then there's of course your rival's starter, which is always strong against yours. Let me tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than beating your rival's starters with yours. Or, you know, trying to chip down its health with a super effective Pokemon against it, but ending up getting a critical hit and killing it. Oh well, at least I still won. Number 5. Bowser from Paper Mario. Why did you choose this one instead of the final boss from Super Paper Mario Thousand Year Door? Well, because I saved my file after I beat them, and I can't redo them unless I play for the whole game again, and I don't have time to do that, so this will have to do. After a fake-out battle, Mario and Co climb to the top of Bowser's castle and face him for the over 9,000th time. Bowser uses the Star Rod along with King Koopa's magic to make him an invincible giant. So Mario calls on the Star Spirits to break his shield so you can attack him normally, and this works for a while. But then Bowser becomes too powerful and smashes the Star Spirits away like they're little flies. Soon after, Twink unties Peach and they work together to defeat King Koopa and power up the Star Spirits, and now they can do something about Bowser. For the rest of the battle, it's attack, 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 heal, have to take out Bowser's shield again, attack, have him recover 30 HP, attack. But even when the Koopa King heals, he has less HP than the last time he did, and it's only a matter of time before pieces return to the Mushroom Kingdom. Number 4. Red from Pokemon Gold and Silver. Imagine you're a kid and exploring Mount Silver after getting all the Kanto gym badges, but then you see a sprite awfully similar to your own. So you go up to it to talk to him. All he says is ... and a duel begins. When you see the battle sprite, it all comes together. It's Red, the protagonist of the first game. What's he doing here? Your thoughts are interrupted as he throws out his level 81 Pikachu. All first-time players might have Pokemon ranging from the 40 to 50 range, but seeing this Pokemon, you're like, oh crap! All of Red's team are high-leveled, carefully thought out, and have extremely OP movesets. Especially Snorlax, who takes friggin' forever to beat because of his high special defense, the amount of HP he has, and Rest. Oh man, Rest. Thank the sandwich gods and frickin' Miller Fillmore for Curse. This guy I would never be able to dig about. Other than that, the rest is up to strategy. If you think hard and maybe use a few legendaries, it's possible to beat him while being 20 to 30 levels under him. After a fight, he says ... and he disappears, never to be seen for a long time. Number 3, the Masked Man from Everfree. Look, even though I've spoiled pretty much every other boss on this list so far, this one's so special and it relies so much on it not being spoiled that I'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, so sorry if it doesn't make much sense. The Masked Man you are fighting holds significance to you. There's someone you know that's very close, and if they win, the world will come to an end. So you try attacking, but Lucas can't. The whole fight is just trying to survive the Masked Man's attacks, and they pack a punch. So heal, 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 and hold out until, let's say, certain emotions get through to him. Be ready to cry, though. I'm not gonna tell you why, just be ready. Bring some tissues. Number 2, Bowser from Super Mario 64, the first final boss I ever faced. The battle is epic, of course. The stakes are Princess Peach, because why wouldn't it be? And the music in the background makes Bowser seem intimidating. Seriously, the organ music scared me so much as a kid. Watch out for his fire, jump those waves, grab his tail, and swing the reptile ruler to an explosive collision course. With each subsequent hit, the chances of Bowser hitting a spike ball when you throw him decreases, and after a second, he rages the edges of the stage off, making it impossible to launch him inch by inch to the ball. For the third and final phase, it's just pure luck over your hit or miss, but luck eventually prevails, and the reptile ruler has been defeated, and it's time for an awesome ending. I cry tears of manly childhood nostalgia every time I see these credits, and I had a painstakingly hard time choosing between this and number 1, but after playing through both of them, I know without a doubt what my number 1 choice is, and that's number 1, Gigas, the most awesome final boss in Nintendo and gaming history, period. To get to Gigas, you have to go for the Cave of the Past, with tons of strong enemies and creepiness. Then, Ness and Co. travel through something that looks kind of like intestines before it's revealed that Pokey has been helping Gigas from the very beginning, and the battle begins. In the first phase, Gigas can't be harmed, so Pokey is our target. Just don't hit Gigas though, you're in for a world of hurt. And do I even need to point out how awesome the music is? It starts off as a cool chiptune, but then evolves into a PK rockin' tune. Yeah, I know I'm not funny, no need to point that out. After Pokey has taken enough damage, he turns off the Devil Machine, revealing Gigas to be a hideous skeleton-like entity. Now he can directly attack him and damage him, but that only goes so far before he moves on to his final phase. No matter how much damage he takes, he never dies, so the only things our heroes can do is pray. The prayers reach virtually everyone they've ever met during their adventure. Ness's mom, Frank, the Runaway Five, Mr. Saturn's, Dr. Andonaut's Apple Kid, all those girls that have a crush on Pooh, Tony, and many, many more. And they all pray for the safety of Ness and his friends. Each person they reach out to damages Gigas more and more, and in the end, you, yes you, not Ness, prays. This is too much for Gigas, who just turns into static. Pokey mocks us one last time before hightailing it to another era, and Gigas combusts in the most satisfying way ever.